This program is funded by the European Union.
Hi, I'm Andy Spike, and my personal style is simple, timeless, and classy. Tijania Fashion gives me my personal style. They say you only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. And that's why Tijania Fashion is enough for me. Visit Tijania Fashion today. For you deserve to be happy in the world of fashion.
To our audience worldwide, good evening and welcome to GCCI Business Matters. I am Malik M. Jallo. In 1948, when Deng Xiaoping of China started the opening up and reforms, the economy faced a lot of influx, a very high influx of people moving from the rural areas to the urban centers, because the opening up and reforms created employment opportunities in city centers where it was initially implemented. And he got worried how to tackle the influx of people moving from rural to urban centers whom government cannot all employ given the constraints. The first thing that came to his mind as a solution is, what if we allow these individuals to set up their own small businesses that will allow them to trade, create employment for themselves, and in the process even create employment for others. And that was the biggest or the most successful way that he addressed that problem. Entrepreneurship is necessary for economic growth and job creation, but women entrepreneurship has received little attention that it requires, especially in the Gambia. The barriers are just incredible, from access to finance, access to land, social life balance, the beliefs of society and what they think and the perceptions that they have. Some of them are implicit obstruction and others are explicit that we all see. That is the conversation we are taking here on GCCI Business Matters today. And despite the challenges that a lot of women face in getting into the entrepreneurship sphere or into the business environment, we still have amazing women doing great, breaking the barriers and overcoming structural obstruction and societal perception, and proving that the norm or what we believe is absolutely not what it is. And to discuss that with our guest, these amazing guests have so much, the profiles are so much amazing that I don't want to say it myself because I'll probably make a mistake. So I will let them introduce themselves, but I remember their names very well. On my left, I have Binta Drame, and on my right, I have Aji Kumba Dafe. Yes. So I will let them introduce themselves and then we kickstart the conversation. Binta, welcome to GCCI Business Matters.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jallo. I am Binta Drame, Mrs. Berud. Yeah.
So what do you do? What kind of business do you run? How did it get established? A little bit brief of that.
Okay. My first business that I did is cotton fit tailoring, and then we have Chico's Furniture, and then we have Scoop City, which is an ice cream parlor, which is very new.
So the ice cream is the latest one?
Yes.
And how long has this been going? When did you start doing business?
Since 2012.
Since 2012.
Yeah.
So the tailoring and fitting, that is the first one. And then followed by the furniture.
The furniture,
Okay.
and then the ice cream parlor.
And the ice cream.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And
Welcome.
Ajikumba, please tell us a little bit, a brief about you.
Good day to your listeners. My name is Kumba Dafeka, President of the Treasure Women Warriors, a woman-led organization that uplifts women to financial freedom. We're 7,000 strong all over the country, in every region. We're in agriculture. Actually, agriculture is one of the biggest branches of the Treasure Women Warriors. Microfinance, financing women to set up their own businesses, enterprise development, and also advocating for policies, again, to break the barriers that women are facing in this country.
Okay, as I have mentioned earlier, these two profiles are amazing. So we kickstart the conversation, and I will start with Binta. So you can speak Wolof or any other language that makes you comfortable, and we will jump in and we go on with that. But what are the challenges you face when you wanted to start business, from the ideation? Okay, you want to start a business. I want to start a business. What is the first thing that you came across that made it look like this is not going to work as a woman, and how did you overcome that?
Thank you so much, Mr. Jallo. As I told you before, I've started the business since 2012, but before opening the tailoring shop, obviously I was doing the little buy and sell from Senegal and come back to Gambia and been selling it here. Sometimes you give out a credit, people will pay you, others won't pay you. And then from there I divert to the tailoring, which is very, very successful, as you can see. And we have a lot of challenges, obviously.
So what are these challenges? Them say all of. So that nga muna express about properly. So li nga fi wax moy da nga nan jënd bagage Sénégal ñew jaayat ko Gambie. So la motax nga génn ci lolu?
Jënd ak jaay bi dafa metti na torop. So su fekkee ne yaa ngi jënd ak jaay, majority bi duñ dee jënd cash, da nga war a am pour give out credit. So when you're giving out credit, obviously dina am ñi fay, am ñoo xam ne duñ fay. So si side boobu noonu loolu mënut a yóbbu sa business kanam. Da nga daanu. So su fekkee ne yaa ngi daanu, foog nga géem a seetaat another side bi nga mun a ekkatee waat sa boppa. So yooyu moom challenges la dee nekk si Gambie, ñi nga xamante ne dinañ leb sa bagage te duñ la fay.
So bi nga den si la sa may ñëw si tailoring bi?
Waa suma may ñëw si tailoring bi because sama bugga yëfi sanse, bugga yëfi solo, loolu moo indi tailoring bi. Waaw, loolu moo indi tailoring bi te suma demande pour ñaw anywhere else duma ñaw lu nit ñi de ñaw all the time, because all the time dama bugga stand out, dina bugga lu different. So suma defee loolu, suma demee xew nit ñi dañoo ñëwaat about that style. That's what put me into the tailoring. Okay,
so then I realized that you have a unique style that Bohamantene you can always present outside, and it attracts people to use your style and to get it done. Exactly. So instead of them getting it done now you can
yes, yeah. Okay. As a badibunka, I love money, so you know I have to do that.
So right now, ñaata nit nga dee liggéey ak? Da nga am your employee and all that?
Yes, right now I have more than 20 people working under me.
Si tailoring bi?
No, si tailoring bi I have 7 people working.
7?
Yeah.
Are they all Gambians?
Yes.
Okay.
And the chief bidding person is a Senegalese. Yeah, but apart from her, everyone is Gambian.
So how did you raise the money to start?
From the little business I have, and from my elder sister, Musu, she once gave me 10,000 to start from those days. I've started with $10,000, and you know now I'm bringing containers to Gambia from that $10,000. Impressive. Yeah.
Impressive. So now you, from the tailoring, you move to, what is the next one? The furniture.
The furniture.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I want to ask a question. in that process of the tailoring shop and transitioning to the furniture, I mean expanding rather, let me call it expanding to the furniture, did you ever try to get funds from either commercial banks or support from the government in terms of getting money that will, you know, help you expand your business and get more people to work? Mus nga ko try? Muslo am help?
Dede musma am help.
Jem nga ko?
Yeah, dinga game out, obviously, especially GT Bank. I'm coming to you. I am banking with GT Bank, but it's very difficult punga ndimbal su fekkee ne buga nga ko, because the procedures they're asking you, they will know that you cannot have that procedure, you know. So yeah.
So right now, so shops that you're operating, are they all rental? You rent them?
Yes, they're all rental.
So you pay the rent and you pay the staff, right? And how is it turning out so far?
Yes, so far now I can say Alhamdulillah, because the tailoring and the furniture, they are not far from each other.
Okay.
They're all in Bakau. So I'm paying 3 shops in Bakau, and the last one is at Senegambia Street.
Moneka ice cream.
Moneka ice cream.
So Lamola convinced to get into the furniture and then also later get into the ice cream business?
On the furniture part, bima muje say, bima ame jikar, then mama support for the furniture, put furniture way. That one is my husband's idea. Then Silden will be a furniture store. It's going very well, Alhamdulillah. I've been having support from Gambians, especially Gambians abroad, the diasporans. Whatever I am doing, nyom they support. Gambians in Kafitam they support. Why? To tell you the truth, the Gambians, the diaspora, have been very, very, very supportive. See business, you go on fini.
So furniture you don't import, right?
Why?
Import
from Turkey. Yeah.
From Turkey. Okay. So I will come to the ice cream business, but let me take the conversation to Aji. Aji, we've had Bintas. That's an impressive, path there. But tell me about your experience, your engagements, and the challenges that you face, as a business woman leader, trying to get a lot of people into the entrepreneurship sphere, and the challenges that you face, especially access to finance and all that.
Okay, first I would like to congratulate Binta for her bravery, and because for us this is what fuels us in the work that we do in this space. So sitting here just sharing this platform with her and hearing her speak, I feel really chills, and this is what keeps me going, just seeing women doing very, very well and breaking all these barriers. And I continue to say Gambian women are one of the most amazing, resourceful women I've met, and very, very hardworking. And I think Gambian women are beginning to do very, very well. They're beginning to look at the space and look at what they bring to the space. And my thing, what I always say is, any progressive society that wants to progress, you can't have 50% of your population marginalized, disenfranchised, and not included. And if you look at any countries that are having these issues, progression is a problem. And when you empower women, it becomes not only about gender, men and women, but now I think it's an economic requirement to empower women if you want to progress. So the debate is no longer about gender, men and women, but you can't have 52% of your population not utilized to their best potential, the IQ level not utilized. So this is where I think women like myself, women like Binta, are in this space to break some of these barriers. And I continue to say, get ready, there's going to be a lot of shattered glass all over, so you better wear shoes. Women are going to be like all over doing amazing things. So structuring women, this is where it comes. How do we get women to tap into the power within them to run successful businesses, to believe in themselves, and most importantly, to look at other women as partners because you can't do it alone. So when you talk about women coming into the forefront, when you talk about the challenges women face, when you talk about financial inclusion for women, these are all necessary if we want to build a vibrant economy. A vibrant economy that also because our economy is tax based. So if you want your economy to do well, you gotta include not only men, but men and women into the space. So you have more business people that develop businesses that are able to even pay taxes. So this is where the women component comes in. Women have been doing petty trading. They have been doing, gender jai, all over the place. So now, this is the informal sector that Binta was in terms of going to Senegal, coming and selling things. So now she's transitioned into actually having a structure, having a business, a furniture business, which requires, for you to formalize everything, what you're doing, and then going into the ice cream space. So coming back to the challenges is societal challenges, how women are viewed in a society, and where is a woman's place? Is it in the kitchen? Is it in the bedroom? Where is it? If you look at, when I talk about the informal sector that women are in, particularly the agriculture, if you look at agriculture itself, it is the women who grow the food of this country. If you eat vegetables, gereme ko jigen, because they grow the food. Even kus wanjo, if you drink it, you say, ha, thank a woman. So women have taken center stage in every sector that is in this economy. So now it is important for us to sit back and say, how can we tap into the human resources or the human capital that is in women? And this is what we have done. That is what I have done with the Treasure Women Warriors. We have 7,000 women all over the country. We come in, we study the space. We look at, the sectors that women are in. We look at the mindset of the women, why women have not, moved from this level to another level. So we studied it for 1 year. So we wrote the project, the Treasure Women Warriors. That includes how to talk to women. That includes the space that women are in. That includes the communities, how they look at women. And then coming in and said, we wrote the project. We looked at also how the political landscape in this country has utilized women and how, everything is politicized. We looked at that framework. We stole from that framework into trying to get the women to be together. But the political part is the division part. The political part is the division part. But for us, we're bringing them together. So we sold them the idea, your sister is not your competition, she's your collaborator. So for us to go forward, that's why you see this woman that is what I'm wearing, is one woman holding a staff. In accountability, and I am my sister's keeper, I have to uplift myself and I have to uplift another woman. So we sold this idea of unity is in our strength, in our bravery to achieve things. We givers, we brave, we fearless, we survivors, we go through everything. But together we come to the table to see how can we get out of the predicament that we're in.
That is an impressive, detailed dive in there. But I want to ask something. And there's something that you have mentioned that it's not about gender, it's not about competition, it's about collaboration, yes, especially between the two genders.
And partnership.
But yes, exactly. So I want to say something. I don't know whether you will agree with me or what. I want to see hear your point of view on that. In the recent generation, younger generations, my generation and younger, the perception that I have seen or what I'm thinking or what I am seeing being presented it's not a sort of a collaboration, but it's like the ideologies that have been spread across, especially the schools, the younger generation, especially the younger generations like me who are just from university, the women, they are making it seem like a competition between the two genders. And there's a lot of saying that. I like the point that Binta Mune Jekeram support nako to establish the
business,
the furniture business. So which means actually jëkkëram déglu na ko mu wax, jëkkëram may na ko the whole ko comme ko xamante ne is just a recipient of instruction, but also a player and a very, you know, solid foundation in the family, that her contribution or her words are not just mere words, and they worked it out. But what I see the younger generation is like a miscalculation of all these women empowerment. Instead of seeing it as a collaboration, it's been taken as a competition between the two genders. And instead of seeing the man as a collaborator, the man is being made as a competitor. And somehow, if you in business, if you see somebody as your competitor, then there's no that much of mercy or you know, concern or
it's a
worry.
level playing field.
Yeah, so it's great. It's a competitor. I must do what I need to do to get ahead. So do you say that, or you don't say that, or it's just my miscalculation?
Well,
Binta, I will come to you. Then I know you what's a perception on that.
You know, for me, I'm a practicing Muslim woman, and I'm guided by my faith, and but I'm also a very modern woman and very, very strong woman too as well. But family values are very, very important to me. My greatest supporter and my greatest cheerleader is my husband. The reason why I'm successful, God and the person that God has put in my path. And this is the reason why I tell women, it is very, very important for a woman on a mission to be with a man who accepts and understands a woman on a mission. So this competition that you're talking about, it should not come in place when you have the right family values, when you're married to the right woman or you're married to the right man, and you come together and you want to support and you want to take your family to the next level. So society, as I said earlier, also it's part of the problem. And the empowerment, when you look at women empowerment, we have empowered a lot of women in this country. There's a lot of projects that came in this country to empower women. And still there are challenges that we're facing. So we have to ask ourselves, why hasn't the women empowerment movement here worked? If it is projects, the gardens, women are supported. If it is businesses, most of the projects that come here, it's youth and women. So for me, I am saying that we cannot only just empower women, we also have to empower men to also, because an empowered man understands an empowered woman, and two of them together can build a successful, empowered society. So the competition between men and women, I don't see there's a competition at all. Because when there's love, when there's, you know, companionship, we're supposed to build a family. But if we come to this notion that a man is the head of the household, and I think the competition is not only financial, but also how men look at women in our society. Men need to look at women as they equal in the household, as somebody who can support, they can support the women and the women support them. The responsibility to raise children in our family is not only the woman's responsibility, it's both partners. So when we become a partner, when we become a collaborator, one cannot go without the other. Then we don't see competition. What we see, you look at the talent that is in the family. Women came with their talent. Ak lu olof Njaay di wax ne ku nekk da nga ñëw sa wërsëg. Jigéen bi sax mi nga xam ne dafay ñëw ci sëy bi dafay ñëw ak wërsëgam. Te wërsëg boobu mën na am mu gën a tàng yow góor gi sa wërsëg. So what can you do to find out the talent within the woman that you have, empower that, in the case of her husband, build a successful business. You look at how beautiful, how talented she is. From that business, now that business has transcend to something else, which is an ice cream parlor. And it's the power in women.
I think the time I have been allotted by control room that the time has elapsed. We have minutes, but this conversation will continue next week. We will continue another session, and as you see, Aji has just nailed the point. But I'll still move on. I'll still shift it. When we come next week, I will shift it to Binta, and we also hear her version, and I will also chip in until we come your way next week. This was GCCI Business Matters. Malik M. Jallo.
This program was funded by the European Union.